Watch what happened when a customer fill a form. On the right side here, we have all the selections the customer made, and that's the total for that quote. The AI assistant asked what I can help you with, and I said, okay, reduce the price, and it gave me a couple suggestions. I select adjust the scheduling, and it will give me back the options I should be able to reduce my price. Let's say I select flexible with 7 to 14 days, and I say yes, apply that changing, confirm, the price reduced. Most pricing chatbots break the moment a customer start asking questions. The AI calculate a price, customer asks to adjust something, AI recalculate the price and give different number. This is because AI does not execute rules, it interprets them. Every calculations is fresh from memory. This is different. Let me walk you through exactly how it works in Quotix step by step. Now let me walk you through the customer journey. So in this case here, we have a question asking the type of service, customer select AC replacement, and we ask about the current outdoor AC unit located. We pick rooftop, and we ask about the indoor air handler installed. Where is the location for it? It's attic pull down access. And here we say which state you're located in. And we have a GeoNode that calculate the distance from the business address to the customer address. So customer address is here and it gives you how much it will cost the customer as an extra fee. Here we say, we ask about the premium, if the customer has a premium or not. We select yes, handle premium for me. And here we ask the customer the current condition for the ductwork. They said it's a good condition, and we are asking here about all the add-ons the customer want to add on their quote. We say add energy efficient system as an add-on, and here we said what time you need this service, and the customer selected emergency AC completed. At the end, we will have this price of the quote, and here we have the inline chatbot that helps the customer to understand if they have any question or they need to reduce the price. In this example, we will explain how this inline chatbot reduce the price. Let's look at type of the nodes we used in this example. So we have the trigger node that tells the workflow where the input is coming from. Flow node, this node you ask all the questions you need to gather information about, and we have a geo node that calculate the distance and adds any extra fee. We have also rules node. This is a heavy calculations based node. You can include formulas and calculate the margin in this node. Now let's look at the canvas and the nodes we used. This is the trigger node and this is the flow node. In the flow node here, we have 3 total questions, and these are the questions we ask in this sequence, right? So we ask about the type of service, we ask about the outdoor AC location, and we ask about the air handler, where it is installed. So let's look at one question a little more in depth. So in this case, we have all these options for the first selection, right? For all the services. And we can give a price for each service. For example, if someone select AC replacement, that will be the cost for that. And we have the tax to be added for each service. There is one extra feature here we add for the AI suggestion. So if we look at this icon here, it says lock. What does that mean? It means that if someone asks about a price reduction for any service, we have a lock on this question to let the AI either suggest that or not. So if it is locked, that means the AI cannot use this question for any suggestion to reduce the price. So if someone select AC replacement, the AI should not give a suggestion to reduce the price for AC repair. This is something the AI should not be touching. So continuing with the workflow, we have a question about the location. So we have 3 states, and if you are in New York, you will have a bundle node for extra fees. For example, here we have the calculations for the distance first. So as a business, you will add your location and all the calculations will be calculated from this anchor address. So you can go with maximum, let's say 500 miles, or you want to say the maximum I can go 100 miles, and you can have a brackets for each distance. Say from 20 miles to 50 miles, I'm gonna charge $5 per mile. From 51 to 100, I'll charge $10 per mile. And the maximum I can go is 100 miles. When we are selecting New York, we have the bundle node here that basically focus on just only New York in this example, and we add 2 fees, one for parking and one for toll. We don't need to ask more questions about this since we know it's in New York, and you don't need to ask further questions. You can add this as a bundle. So that's an example where you can use the bundle node. And this is the rule node, basically where a lot of the calculation can happen, formula can be applied, margin can be protected here. In this example, we have 2 variables that we need to calculate in order to know what's the cost. So we have a labor rate and labor hour. You can always add more variables to make the calculations, and you can apply the formula here. We can use these variables as a global variable, and you can execute them outside this node. So in this example, we have service cost in New Jersey, and we can use that as a global variable. And you can access this variable outside this node to make further calculations. Moving on with the workflow, we here ask about the permanent and inspections. That's the question about that. And we asked here about the condition of the ductwork. And you can also see always we have the lock for the AI. So the AI cannot give this option as suggestion. We can look at this toward the end, and that's the question upgrade. Moving forward with this question here, as you can see here, we don't have the AI is locked. That means if we ask about this for a price reduction, we can have these to be as an option for reducing the price. So we don't have an AI locked like this. We don't have it, it's removed. And that's how we get the suggestion from the AI to reduce the cost for this node or for this question in particular. So looking at the end node here, so we can have an option to let the AI answer and adjust any question the customer will ask about. These are still work in progress, but that's it for the canvas. Now let's look at the preview and see how the quote is built along the way. So here in the preview, we will select exactly the same questions we selected to populate the price. So on the right side, the fees and the cost for each service is built along the way. This is the tax here. In this section here, we see the final price. So let's select all the things we selected before, the exact same thing. And we have New York as location. We selected Henry Street in New York, and shows the exact distance and how much it will cost. And that's the question about the premium and the condition for the ductwork, and that's the add-on. And just here, when we look at the quote, we can see that we have the parking premium and the tolls were added without asking further questions. So that's coming from the bundle node. And these are the add-on extra for the quote. And here, this is the scheduling. So we selected an emergency. and the total is 12,967, and that's what we have here in the quote. We have 12,967, and this is exactly what we have. Now, this is the moment of truth. Let's see how much we can push the boundaries of the AI and try to reduce the price as much as possible and see if the price can go lower than the margin. Before I test the inline chatbot, I just want to recall that we only have two options. We allow the AI to give suggestions. So we don't have the AI locked for this. We have it open so the AI can negotiate this question as well as this question. So the lowest we can go is standard system fine, which is the cheapest, and here going flexible with 7 to 14 days. So let's test this. That's the final quote we got, and I want to say, can you reduce the price? It's changing with the scheduling. So we already have the scheduling to be around 250, and if we can go lower with 7 to 14 days, we will get $500 discount on top of that. Apply the changes and we get minus 500 as a discount, and that got updated. Now let's say I wanna reduce to 10K if possible. Let's see what we can get as options. We should be able to remove the add-on and go with the standard system, confirm, and that's the new price we got. Now let's say reduce to 8K. I want to push the boundaries for the AI, see how much we can reduce the price for that. Okay, so we have a message here. The current total is already the lowest possible amount, which is 11K for the selected options. So, and it says, unfortunately, we cannot go lower to 8K. So this is still work in progress, and we will be improving the quality of the answers, but this is up to this level. That's what we have. And if you have more suggestions, if you have any feedback, more than happy to hear your feedback. Keep watching my progress on this project, and hopefully you will see a lot of values in this, and let's go.